Thunderstorms rolled through, lightning flashing against the walls of my tent. A reminder that RAGBRAI throws everything at you, even in your sleep.
Well, good morning there, beautiful people. It is Thursday morning. Payday if you're in the actual real world. It rained quite a bit last night. Like, it is extremely sopping wet out here. Holy cow. So, I gotta get this yellow tent woken up. Otherwise, she might be bagging her stuff whether she likes it or not. So, anyway, gorgeous light show last night till about 1 o'clock or so is when I finally fell asleep. But yeah, I don't know, it's Thursday, day whatever, day 5 I think. And I think I'm gonna stay clear of the gravel today. It's gonna be super wet. I mean, the grass is just annoyingly wet too. But yeah, anyway, we will catch up with you when I have some coffee in my hand.
We packed up our tents, still damp from the night before. Haley and I headed to the baggage truck to drop off her gear.
Cool beans. Haley and I are packed up. It's almost like we're doing RAGBRAI together.
Yeah,
Anyway.
is what it's leading to.
Right?
Yeah.
So, spent the night on those little 2 flat sections. Luckily, it was like a nice downhill, so we didn't get too much rain, except for her. Everything is wet.
Yeah.
We're just not gonna touch that conversation.
Correct.
It's kind of iffy this morning. But yeah, so we're gonna walk to the RAGBRAI truck, which is in that direction, and then go find a quick laundromat, have some coffee with friends, and then we entered Cedar Falls.
Before rolling out, we grabbed some coffee, not just at any old coffee shop. This one had a bookseller tucked away in the basement, the kind of place where conversations drift as easily as the smell of fresh beans.
The gang.
These are our friends. You do look very like
We sat for a while, chit-chatting, laughing, surrounded by the musty air of a library filled with books older than I am. Stories inked long before mine ever began. But RAGBRAI waits for no one. Eventually, we pushed back from the table, clipped in, and rolled out into the wet streets. So day 5 was underway.
Okay, here we go again. So we are rolling out. The crew, in our typical fashion of being the last ones out, or almost the last ones out, and yeah, we had some good coffee, good conversations, and now we're off for some good riding. What do you say? Right?
Yeah! Woo! Woo! RAGBRAI!
Let's go! That's pretty cool. Carved out of an ash tree and painted. Looks like a little canary sitting on top of it. Good morning!
Rolling into the first town, we were already behind, starting to feel like this was becoming a new trend on RAGBRAI.
Stop one! What's that?
Even the local cop rolled by, lights flashing, giving us our own little light show right away in the morning.
It's kind of nice being the last people out here, or the last person out here. One of the last. When the towns are closing up, you really get that sense of town. But yeah, I see this is where the gravel turns off, so I'm gonna wait for Kim and Alec and see which direction they're going.
At the corner where the gravel split off, Alec, Kim and I turned, leaving the pavement behind, and what we found was one of the most pleasant stretches of gravel of the whole week. Quiet roads, steady tires, and the crunch of stone under the wheels. Sometimes it's the simple stretches like this that remind you why we ride.
Okay, we grabbed the Gatorade and a little bit of AC in the library. Pulled up some water, chit-chatted, signed a sign or a banner, and now we're heading out of town again. So this is town number 2 of 4, I think. So we're slowly making it across the state. We're not quite the last ones. We left some people in this town, so they'll probably catch us in the next one. But yeah, here we go again.
Not long after, the bike started complaining. A creak on the power side of the stroke that only got worse as the miles stacked up. Luckily, I had Ben, the mechanic, on hand.
Yeah, you sure are. We gotta try and figure out what's wrong with the bike. It's creaking a lot, so we got the mechanic here. I haven't even got your name. Ben here is hopefully gonna try and fix it. He's got a couple ideas, so hopefully we can get the creaking fixed, and then we'll continue pedaling. I figured this is a halfway town. Might as well be a good time to get that checked out while the rest of the group is getting some food. So yeah, I'll keep you guys updated. Yeah. So we're kind of figuring that these big bolts are my issue, that the transmission is actually loose in this hole or cavity what we've got going on here. So we sprayed some lube in here, so hopefully that fixes the issue. And then I'm also having Ben look at my front fork, seeing that once I hammer on the front brakes, it starts shuddering, like that chatter. I don't know how to explain it. It just starts vibrating. So he says the headset's a little loose, so we're gonna see if we can get that fixed, and then hopefully she should be good to go. Kind of a cool looking statue.
The meeting town had something special waiting. A display of bikes welded together from old frames and parts, crafted by Thorn Metalworks. Each one a piece of art, built from the scraps of rides gone by.
There's a party at Casey's.
After wandering through, we picked up again with a much-needed pause. A time-lapse of us sprawled onto the pavement in the shade of a fuel canopy, ice cream in hand, just taking it easy. While the time-lapse rolled, I figured this was as good a time as any to start handing out some of my 3D printed keychains. By this point in the week, they felt less like something to sell and more like a piece of identity. Something I could hand to people on the road, spark a smile, maybe even start a conversation. As the sun started to lose its oomph for the day, so did we. Lying there in the shade, watching the clouds drift by, it felt like our energy was also slowly drifting back, just enough to carry us through the final stretch towards Cedar Falls.
That was quite the refreshing stop.
Yeah, you used your chair.
And you're fine. But yeah, so we're supposed to be going the other way. The train is blocking our way, so we are heading that direction in order to get to our little last gravel section for day 5, because we're still alive.
With a very good stretch of gravel ahead, carrying us all the way into Cedar Falls, I threw Sky up for one more flight. Watching from above as we rolled down the road, soaking up the crunch under our tires, one last time for today.
Thursday afternoon, and we made it to Cedar Falls.
As we entered Cedar Falls, a familiar goodbye played out, the same as every night. Alec drifted off to find his crew, Kim went her way to find her partners in crime, and we said our goodbyes before splitting into different directions. As for me, I was heading back to the main campground. LII had a spot picked out for us. And what a spot it was. With the sun slowly sinking towards the horizon, so too is RAGBRAI. Only 2 days left, pouring every ounce of energy into crossing the state of Iowa, as if there was no other way to travel. By now, our bodies and our clocks had fallen into this rhythm. Wake up in a tent, pack it down, pedal across Iowa, find camp, rest, and repeat. It's a simple life, but it works. As the sun slipped away, so did another day of RAGBRAI. Time to recharge, reset, and be ready to do it all over again tomorrow. And with that, lekker slaap, we'll see you in the morning with fresh miles, rested legs, and an unhappy butt.